everybody, it's my very first paint along, so I'm a bit nervous, but anyway, we'll get on with that. If you've got any questions at all, please ask as I'm going along and comment and say hello, because I'm on my own in here. It's very weird on a Saturday afternoon to be on my own in here, because usually we're jam-packed with people and there's loads of people working. It's a bit sad really, but anyway, Rosie and I are fine. Oh, hi Karine. Oh my goodness me. Are you up early? You're up really early. About 7 o'clock in the morning, isn't it? Nice to see you though. Right, so let's get started. So what we're doing today is the galaxy plate. So I've sort of amalgamated lots of ideas. If you have a look online, you can look up nebula or galaxy and you get a lot of things like this one. And other ones with planets, all sorts of things. So I'm going to use this one for my inspiration and a little bit of this as well. So first things first, what we've got in the kit. Oh, hello Leslie, nice to see you. In the kit you should have your little stars, a sponge. Hey Hayley, now Hayley, really good point. If you think I've forgotten something, just remind me, because you know what it's like, a bit nerve-wracked here. Anyway, so you've got the glitter paint and then you've got all your colours as well. Now, those of you who bought the kit, I also advised you that it's quite a good idea to have an old toothbrush handy and also some toothpicks. They're just really useful for lots of little things. Right, so first of all, the stars. We're going to use the stars. So you can either, if you want a white background like this, if I just show you close up, you can either have them like that or you could have yellow background. The only thing with having a yellow background is that because the stickers don't stick so well, if you want a bit more clarity, it's much easier just to stick them straight on. I'm going to do both, so I'm just going to show you. Can you actually see my plate? Thanks, Hayley. Can you actually see the plate? Can somebody tell me you can see what I'm doing? Brilliant. So a yellow on there, and I will stick a couple of stars on top. And then I'm going to stick a few on without anything. So then those will be the ones with the white background. I just have them a bit randomly, I think. Right, there's one over the yellow. You'll see when you just stick it on top of the paint, it doesn't stick quite so well. You might get a bit of leakage underneath. You can see on this one where it's a bit leaky, but anyway, they still work really well. Right, so stickers on. Those are all on. And the next bit, we're going to paint our coloured background. So I've got here a bit more yellow. I'm just going to shove a bit of that on. So you can either use a paintbrush or you can use your sponge. Angle down a little maybe. Like that? Is that better? So I don't want you to see too much cleavage. Anyway, hopefully you can see everything. Right, so then you can actually just put your colours wherever you want. You can sponge on reasonably heavily, or you can sponge on lightly. It depends how much light effect you want to create. Now, we just use the brightest colours and just put them all over. Doesn't actually even matter if you mix them together. It still looks really good. Some blue and some yellow there. And I'm just putting it very randomly across. This is why I like this, because it's nice and random. Just checking. Brilliant. Right. I think we need a bit more orange as well. It's not quite bright enough. So you want to go over your stars a bit as well. I think it needs a bit more blue. Now, those of you who are better artists than me will probably be able to put more of light angles on there, but I haven't quite mastered that yet. I will eventually, I'm sure. If we carry on under lockdown, yeah, I'm going to be really good at all this. Oh, I am so loving painting. Can't begin to tell you how much I am. Hey, Tracy, we need to chat. FaceTime me and we can have a chat. Because I don't know about you, but this is such a weird thing we're having to do. But anyway, right. So very random painting. Hello, Helen. Lovely to talk to you last night. Right. So this is the very basic bit. Right. Then the next bit is adding the black. Now you can see on this one, I added a little bit of sponge black around the edge. This one is all sponging. When I was first doing this, I was limiting the colours, so I just used 5 colours on this one. And then I actually did a lot of it with a cloth because I was thinking of what things you could use at home that people wouldn't have. I thought you might not have sponges. So actually it works just as well doing light sponging with a cloth. This is just a cheapo microfiber one. It works brilliantly. Right, so the black bit. Hello, Ben. Right, let's get the black out. It looks a bit strange now. Oh, I know what I haven't done. I forgot to draw my planets on. That's all right, I'll just draw them on top. So I'm using a felt tip. Any cheap old felt tip is fine. I'm going to do another one over here as well. So I'm going to put a bit more paint where those are. The other thing, when I was doing the 5 colours only, I actually found that it worked really well if you just mix them together really randomly. I thought that one was quite a good Planet Earth one, colours actually. So I just mixed them really randomly. There we are. It's one of my planets. And then we will I'm going to do a purple and orange one, which is what I did before with the other one. Right, this is very strange being here on my own, chatting to everybody. It's very... G&T under the table, says Helen. No, Helen, sadly not. I'm saving that for later on when I'm going to really, really need it, I can tell you. Right, here we go. Just paint a bit more. The really good thing with this is I can show you, see, you don't need to be talented. This is just, the freer it is in some ways, the better. Right, then another bit that we're going to do, the next bit is this black sponging. Very simple. What you want to do when you're sponging is dab into the black and then dab off quite a lot. You want to have this sort of mottled effect. So, and then the easy bit, just do it all over your plate. All over your plate. You can have it as dark or as light as you want. I've gone a little bit over the planet, like in this one, but you can go round again. I'm going over my stars as well. Hayley, any other suggestions that you can think of that I might have missed? Because, oh yeah, Hayley did this one. So Hayley, the Star Galaxy painter, she's taught many, many people how to do this, but she's furloughed at the moment, so she can't teach anybody. And enjoying making loads of things, actually, lots and lots, first of all for herself, and then loads and loads, brilliantly, of NHS stuff. She's doing a fabulous job. Right, so look, very random, very random. But you can do thicker bits. I mean, the difference really with Hayley's one, she uses a lot more black on this one. Whereas my one, I think we could have done that a bit more heavily. Right, then the next bit, this is the fun bit. So this is the flicking bit. So pre-prepared that it's going to go everywhere. So you've got 2 options with this. You can either use a toothbrush. Now, I find it works best if you put a teeny bit of water in the paint. And then you literally just flick it all over, and you'll find probably gets less on the plate and more everywhere else, but that's fine. There we are. And can you see now? If you don't have a paintbrush hand, it works just as well. Bit of water in your paint again with a brush. Just tap your brush. Gosh, I'm covering myself in it. Just as well Rosie's not here next to me, because otherwise she'd be covered in white paint like a reverse Dalmatian. Right. Bit. Toothbrush flip. Yes, I thought that too, Hayley. Good point. So, if you want to do a few bigger stars, I was trying earlier actually, you get some nice big bit of white paint. If you do a blob on there, I hope you can see all right. You want a bit of paint, because then you want to use your toothpick and you can drag the paint out, so it looks like a larger star. Also, as I think Hayley did on hers, if you scratch off some of the paint around your stars, that looks quite good as well. You can either have a bit of paint on there or not. And also with the yellow, you can put a bit of yellow in there. I found that worked quite well too. A bit of yellow paint on there. There we go. Hi Judith, nice to see you're there. Scratch, scratch, as in scratch off like I'm doing. Hayley's just mentioning scratch off. Well, like this. Can you see? Shooting star. So, if I take off the next thing, oh, that's the other thing your toothpicks are quite useful for. You want to use them, you can use them to take your stars off. And then you could do that a bit more shooting. I don't know which way it's going to go, but anyway. You can see I am not an artist. I can copy all right, but I'm just not very good at coming up with things. I feel my mind goes blank as soon as I've got to have a bit of pottery in front of me. I've got nothing to copy. So, sandwiches, Hayley. Hayley and I have this thing, because we've worked together for so long, that we always think about it all at the same time. It's really funny. So we always say, oh, sandwiches, because, you know, as in the frozen thing, because we always think at the same time of things. Oh, I missed that, Hayley. Anyway, right. And then the very last bit is the glittery paint. Oh my God, I love this stuff. It's great. It's expensive, but it's great. Right. So let me find my brush. Now with this glittery paint, you really need to whack it on really thickly. Now I think I'm just going to do it around the edge. I don't want to cover too much of the other. I'm going to put it on. I might put a few more fleckily bits of white on afterwards. I'm just going to paint the glittery bit around the edge. Just reading, see if anybody's saying anything else. I know it looks a bit random at the moment, but trust me, it'll be fine. So as with the glitter, as I was saying, you need to put loads and loads on. So you need at least 2 coats. I'm just going to leave that to dry for a minute. Fill you in on some other things that have been going on. So I've done myself a little list because I can never remember. As soon as I get online here doing this, my mind goes completely blank. Oh, I want to say thank you to everybody who ordered last week. I was really, really busy on Friday running around doing loads and loads of deliveries. I normally gloop the edge too. Gloop the edge? Explain that, Hayley. Sorry, anyway. Sorry, I keep getting waylaid. Right, so the delivery side of it, I've decided, because it's actually costing me money now, and I haven't really got that, obviously, any spare at the moment, I just going to need to charge people who don't live in Cheltenham. I thought £3.50 if you don't live in Cheltenham. Cheltenham people are free, but the thing is just not covering the cost of the petrol otherwise. And my time is fine. That's fine. I don't get paid for that at the moment, but so Cheltenham deliveries are free, but anybody outside of Cheltenham, it's going to be £3.50, I'm afraid. I was so busy yesterday. What was the other things? Oh yes, next week I have my very first Zoom party. I'm going to do, I've got 10 children, I've delivered all the pieces out to them, and we're going to do online parties. So if any of you fancy doing a party, I can run it for you online. It should be fun. Also, you adults, we can still paint together. So if any of you adults want to gather your friends together, you can order kits from me or order pottery, whatever you would like, and I will deliver them to you. And then either I can host for you. I don't mind doing it in the evening. So give me a shout if you'd like me to, if you don't have Zoom. I can host for you, and then you can have, just like we normally do, paint and Prosecco or ladies' nights. It's a really lovely activity, getting together online and doing something. Right, just leaving that to dry for a little bit longer. I'm just putting more on because you do need loads and loads. It looks really weird now, but I'll put some more white bits on once it's all a bit drier. What was the other things? Oh yeah, I'll go through now quickly. While that's drying, I'll just go through what we're going to do next week. So next week is the triangle thing. Now, I don't mind at all if you want to do it on anything else. It doesn't have to be this vase. So I know if you've seen the example online, looks really nice on the square plates. These are £24.95, so if you fancy doing it on that. And also I think it would look nicer on a bigger vase. So this is a slightly bigger one. I've got bigger than this even if anybody wants one. This one's £34.95. So if you prefer to do it on something different, the whole point with all of these things I'm showing you is that you can do them on anything. So that's why with this one. So anybody wants to do it on a different thing, just let me know and I can go through all the pottery and then you can choose. Don't forget to order so I can deliver it on Friday, because otherwise you'll miss out, because I'm really looking forward to that one as well. Right, still drying, still drying. So the week after that, we've got Hattie is going to be my guest tutor, and she's going to be doing this design, which is always really popular. I love these colours as well, it's lush. She's going to be doing them on jugs. Excuse me a minute, I'm just going to reach and show you my jugs. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. I think it's living on my own. I'm getting a bit hysterical when I'm talking to anybody. Anyway, let me just cover up those ones and show you these ones. Right, so these are the ones you can choose from. So I'm still a bit hysterical. Not supposed to laugh at your own jokes, are you? Anyway, so that's what Hattie's going to be doing. And then the week after that, this has just come out the kiln. I'm really looking forward to this one too. This is going to be one. With this one, I've used some of the Jungle Gems, which are really lovely paint that explodes, crystal glazes. They're really nice, actually. And I really like the brightness, but as you can tell from the shop, I love bright colours. So, anybody got any other questions? Right, that's nearly dry. I'm going to put another coat on. I told you need loads. I'm going to go in a little bit in certain areas with that. I need to get this in the kiln actually tonight as well so I can show you it. Right. And then, righty-ho, I'm going to do the spraying bit again. I love this bit, the flicking bit. This is always really great. Right, I need to get some over there, that bit. There we go. Ah, do you know what? I did forget, actually. So, you need to remember where you put your stars. So if I can remember where I put my stars. Right. So I'm going to take my stars off. Now I will show you with a toothpick as well that it's just as easy with a toothpick. Fingers crossed it. Yeah, actually really is just as easy with a toothpick. Yes, it is just as easy with a toothpick. Thank goodness for that. Right, who's this one? Oh, I know what else I was thinking as well. I was thinking actually it's probably quite a good idea now for me to start getting some of the pieces back that I've been putting out there. So I don't want to encourage anybody to be driving obviously at any other time. But if you're out shopping, and I am here, which is Monday to Thursday, 11 till 3, you could drop your stuff on the back doorstep and I will then be able to glaze and fire it for you. What my plan is I'm going to leave it somewhere for 72 hours. I'm not going to touch anything until then. And then I will glaze and fire it. If you can make sure that your name is on your bag and your telephone number if you're going to drop it off, just so I can make sure I get the right things back to the right people. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to work out, I'm not too sure, but how long it's going to take me to get through everything, because obviously I'm going to need to leave it there for a bit before I actually get it in the kiln. And I really don't want, obviously, anybody to be coming out when they shouldn't be. Right. Here it is, Galaxy plate. There we go. Bit Heath Robinson, but this is the sort of basic techniques that you can do on anything. Hayley, anything else to add that you can think of that I've forgotten? Oops, I just need to scroll down. What does this say? Are you able to choose the colour paints when you're ordering? Shannon, yes, you can choose the colours, whatever you would like. With it, obviously, I've got getting through a lot of paints. If it's the Galaxy one that you want, then I can guide you a bit more. But anything else, yes, you can order. Eventually, we will get the website up and running. It's a bit difficult at the moment, but anyway, we are getting there very slowly, and I'll let you know as soon as that happens. Right, I think that's everything. Anybody else, please message me. If anybody wants a delivery for next week, give me a call or email me. And anybody who needs a hand with any of their painting they're doing, please get in touch, and I'm more than willing to go online and help you. And I will see you all next week for next week's paint along. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you'll understand that I'm not the best, but I know my stuff. I did think actually it's probably a bit like Nailed It. Has anybody ever seen Nailed It? You know, the programme, it's on Netflix, where these people do make really amazing cakes. Professionals make the cakes and then the other people have to copy them. Hopefully this wasn't too much like Nailed It, but hopefully it was just as entertaining. Anyway, we'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye.